everybody. Today it's a perfect day to speak about this strange effect in my life. I realized a transition between my biochemistry career to involve in the dance community in the beginning. This effect occurred between my 25 and 28 years. Because I'm a shy guy, I create a label named OKUS to pull all my visual works. When you can see, and like a good artist, I start to work to speak about myself. What is my pathway? I start to work like a researcher in molecular biology and genetics in the University of Liège. I was working on the GFP mutated cells who produce beautiful green fluorescence. In the end of this project, I start to learn hip-hop and make choreography. I rapidly mix the video in my dance work, and after that, I add photography. Now I will work on my next show and introduce sculpture and volumes. Maybe the next step, I will work on interaction between dance and food. More seriously, in this not easy transition, I must to think about why and what I was making this transition from a scientific work to an artistic way, and also what is the situation of sciences and arts in our societies. What is the paradox and similarity between both? In the human history, we found many examples of cohabitation. The primitive painting and the Maya symbol, a technique to transfer information and also a creative entity. The genius Leonardo da Vinci and these words of Albert Einstein explain maybe why I prefer an art process than the scientific process. Because I start to practice dance and urban dance, I must to find a way to explain this transition. In both cases, words like combination and organization of elements appears. Elements can be a movement or molecules. In the case of art, combination and organization produce a sensation or sometimes an interrogation for the contemporary art. In the case of science, the goal is to understand and produce and reproduce a function. But I think also that this conclusion is true but too much stereotyped. Now, why I make video and what kind of similarities with the biology. For me, the video is a technique to duplicate a dancer and make a virtual choreography. Sometimes I mix with the live choreography. It can be viewed like a clonage of humans. I can put mutation in the movements and spatialization of this dancer. You can compare it with biological multiplication or maybe a social observation of humans with each other. This is the picture of my first professional show in the festival Pays de Danse in 2010. I replaced one dancer and observed how this virtual dancer can interact with others and with the reality. When I add photography, during this project named Decompo 1.0, a photo and video exhibition, but more it's a photochoreographic pathway. This is a light, science and movement project with a hint of hip-hop dance. I make this project in association with Fabrice Offredi, an ex-biochemist. Now this is various examples of this project. You can observe light, body movement, dancer, and a kind of 3D effect. All the projects are realized without real post-production, without cutting any element of the photography. The first step of this work is simple. I want to observe the trace of a dancer in a picture, how to translate 20 seconds of a movement of a choreography in a fixed picture. This is my choreographic signature. After that, I want to observe the multiplication of only one picture. When a picture wasn't enough good in my point of view, but with some cool movement in the light, I multiply the same picture to erase the mistake, and I can observe a kind of volumes. After that, when I organize not only one element but different picture, different elements in the same land, I think that a kind of writing choreography appears. This is me in the third picture, this is me with a mirror and a flashlight making different kind of movements. Another experiment, we shoot also a LED who change its color in a macro view and can observe the structure of this LED, the movement of the color and focus variation. Each of these elements seems like a technological cells. I compose a new visual with various steps of this LED and trying to bring a cell suspension effect. With the next picture composition, with repeats of elements, a kind of biological and vegetal structure appears, who makes the numeric process of this project more intriguing. For all of my projects, I never imagined the latest result. It's every time an exploration. One of series come from a shooting from a dance work session. It's a more figurative style, a real multidisciplinary experimentation, because in a picture is my body with a photography projection who was shooting with a long time course technique. I say that there are no post-production effects in this photography. In the last series, I want to explain the process of OKUS Lab. In the past, we tried to work with the less material and technique as possible and try to have the maximum visual effect. This series is created only with 2 light flash, 1 foil paper, and the IKEA table of my living room. It's the end of this presentation. In the future, I start to work on my next show named Decompo 2.0, a transmedia project with dance, video, photography, and design, and maybe later I can able to create a crazy transmedia laboratory. Thank you for your attention. You can observe all the new experimentation on this website.